Me and Drizzy back to back, it's getting scary. If you fucking with my eyes, just don't come near me. Put some bins all on your head like Justin Terry. Whoa.
Let's get it. You already know the Faison View Podcast, episode 298. Episode 298. We is here, man, on the road to 300. You already know your host, man. Hey, the Faison View Podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And the beautiful co-host, you already know, lovely Mo Nicole. I don't know what she want to go by. You already know. All right? Well, I'm starting off early with her today. Alright, so like I said, man, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, man. We got a special episode for you coming up with episode 300, man. Bring it back to the roots, man, who I really started with in regards to this podcast, alright? And shout out to my brother Hugh, who couldn't make it today, but you already know we keeping him in good spirits. We're going to keep it moving, alright? So let's get right into the agenda today, man. Ban one dessert from the family function, alright? Will it be pound cake, red velvet cake, sweet potato pie, or cornbread? Man, don't play with that cornbread. Don't touch my cornbread, you know? True or false? Yes. That's why I brought Momo up here. We're going to talk about it. All right, true or false? Is it easier for a man to find a good woman nowadays rather than a woman find a good man nowadays? Okay, have to add context to the present day. Okay? All right, also, Ice Cube, Big 3 recognized as first professional black-owned sports league ever. All right, I feel like that's very much so getting overshadowed, and you know I want to bring it to my platform and talk about it. All right, Ice Cube is a icon, for real. All right, question of the day. If money was no object, none at all, what is one item you would want? Okay, that's going to be a good one. And lastly, would you rather lose your sense of taste or your sense of hearing for a year? Which one? All right. So let's get right into it. Ban one dessert from the family function, Mo. What will it be? Is it pound cake, red velvet, sweet potato, or is it cornbread?
Cornbread.
You have lost your mind, and I knew you was gonna say it. I know her so well. Cornbread.
Yes.
Out of everything that you could think about,
let me
cornbread.
just say this. I love sweet potato pound cake. That's bomb. Okay, sweet potato pound cake is like the best pound cake in the world, especially if it's homemade. And I love some sweet potato pie, y'all. I be eating sweet potato pie every Thanksgiving, and then pound cake is good too.
So I kept questioning: is this sweet potato pound cake?
Yeah,
that's really a pound
combined,
cake and it's sweet potato.
It has sweet potato, but I like both regular pound cake and sweet potato pie. But I like sweet potato pound cake, and of course, you know I only like cake, but the only cake I really like is red velvet cake. But cornbread, that can go.
You was bugging. I'm not a big pie fan, so sweet potato pie gotta go for me. Pound cake.
Sweet potato pie is the best
it's
pie
clutch.
in the world. Pound
cake is clutch. So red velvet cake, like she said, I don't eat cake like that. I don't really like icing unless it's like whipped icing. The red velvet cake is, come on now. You can't go wrong. And I don't know what it is with me. Other than like yams, and I know that's kind of a little bit different. Other than yams, I don't like anything sweet potato. Sweet potato fries, pie, pound cake. Bruh, oh no. And cornbread, I don't know. That's the first one you laid with. Is crazy.
That gotta go. I can do without the cornbread.
Cornbread is torch. And it depends on who's making all this. But I can't go without cornbread. I feel like ain't no family function without cornbread.
So every family function you have, y'all have cornbread. That's not true.
Cornbread.
That's not true.
Not every family function, but for the most part, yeah. Especially in regards to especially like the holidays and things. Yes, cornbread? Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I wonder does my family have cornbread and I just never paid attention.
Pound cake is always a go-to, for real. For a red velvet cake, I don't care if people feel like it's overrated, overhyped. I don't think so.
And it's not chocolate cake for those of y'all who say red velvet.
Yeah, facts. People do say that.
Bread. It's not chocolate.
No, it ain't it. That ain't it.
It's literally red velvet.
That sweet potato pie, like, I have never been a fan of pie.
I love sweet potato pie, and I love apple pie.
I don't like the texture of none of that. I don't like the texture. I like disgusted. Like, man, look here. The apple pies, bro, what really turned me off the apple pie ain't no diss to you McDonald's. Ain't no diss at all.
You don't like apple
But
pie?
I do not. That's what really turned me off the apple pies.
I'm about to make you apple pie.
I hate
you
anything.
Like apple pie.
Anything pie, I don't like. I really don't like pie. for sure.
That's so weird.
It's not weird. It's the texture. I'm good. Like, pie, yogurt, like certain things with texture, like I can't do it. But look here, I ain't surprised that she said cornbread.
Why you not surprised?
Black folks, I'm rapping out here. I don't know what she talking about. For real.
Cornbread the other
Real
day.
velvet cake can't go nowhere. Pound cake can't go nowhere. Yeah, I can get that. I get that pie up in a minute. And it's a lot of people that love sweet potato pie, so you ain't the only one.
But y'all, try some sweet potato pound cake. Y'all not gonna regret it.
But I don't think a lot of people
It's good.
taking cornbread out of pie, boy. Over pie is crazy to me.
I guess.
Sheesh. Y'all let us know, man. Band one dessert from the family function. Y'all let us know. Is it pound cake, red velvet, sweet potato pie, or cornbread? All right. So, true or false? Is it easier for a man to find a good woman rather than a woman find a good man nowadays? Is this true or false? What you say? I'm instantly false. She already know. Instantly
it's true,
false.
Because
instantly.
I've always felt like in our generation, a man could literally go out, right, and see a woman.
Okay.
And he, you know what I'm saying, she look good and all of that. So then, you know, he get her number, he try to date her.
Correct.
Like, if he's a good man,
does that make...
then she's going to want to pursue...
That's crazy.
If he's a good man and he look good, then she's going to want to pursue that relationship with him.
That way of thinking is crazy.
No, it's
because
very
you just
true.
saying going... All right, so first you detail, all right, a man going up to a woman, right?
Yes.
And he finding interest in her, she look good, find all the qualities. But, and you know... And man and woman, that's why I say it's false. Because you can find good qualities in a man or woman. That does not make them a good partner or a good man or woman for you. I'm going to just be real. I feel like honestly, in my opinion, I feel like it's someone for everyone, to be honest. But just based off of their qualities in regards to like how they look and certain things and certain variables, I don't feel like, especially nowadays, looks, we always know, are deceiving. Okay. A personality and how a person can portray them being originally and first impression wise can change in a second.
Okay, that's true, but also like I just feel like, you know, it's easier for a man to find a good woman. Like it really is, and I feel like yes,
go ahead, expound.
Okay, as a woman, you can't like. I feel like women always go for like guys off of looks, right? So like they see a guy off of looks and they pursue them, but it's hard for the woman to really sit there and be like, is that a good man? Because, you know, they focus on the looks.
And that could be said the same on the other side.
The personality, like they may be attracted to that personality, but that don't mean it's a good man. But I feel like men are like, what's the word? Like particular with
I feel
when
like
they pursue a woman, and also like they not gonna put their all or like really want to like actually date, like in terms of relationship, finding a good woman. Like they're not gonna do it unless they feel like she is a good woman.
I feel like you said that in reverse. I feel like women are way more particular about a man. Y'all already have a set mindset of what you want this man to be, how you want this man to be before you even get into a relationship with this person. You already have the future set.
That's not true.
I feel like that is in a lot of cases that a lot of women do. But just in a general statement, is it easier for a man to find a good woman rather than a woman find a good man? No, I do not. Especially for me, speaking nowadays, as of right now, I feel like it's a lot, and there's nothing to say that it's not just because it's not a good woman, but I feel like it's a lot of double standard on both sides, and it's a lot of finger pointing, and it's a lot of women out here trying to replicate or be like men or have the mentality like a man because they maybe have been through things in the past or whatever the case may be. But I feel like in this day and age, it's a lot of women more so having the mindset of a man. So I don't feel like that's a good combination or at all. To be honest with you, I feel like it has to be a certain type of level and balance. And I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like it's good women out here, it's good men out here. But I don't feel like it's easier for a man to find a good woman.
So you think it's easier for
No, I don't. I feel like that's when my eye come in. I feel like it's false on both sides. That's why I say
I don't know.
I feel like it's false on both sides. I don't feel like it's easier for a man to find a good woman I mean, yeah, I don't feel like it's easier for a man to find a good woman at all. Not in my opinion. Rather than a woman finding a good man, nah, you bugging. Especially in where we're at present day in relationships, I don't see that being the case. And I feel like nowadays, just in this social media world, I feel like people are trying to get to know each other too fast. They don't build a certain type of bond of communication, actually love. I feel like a lot of these things, especially, are based off of money. What can I provide for you, or what you can provide for me? So I feel like it's a lot of women out here that are looking for a man just as a prize in regards to what they can benefit off of them financially. And I feel like it's a lot of men out here who maybe good man, nice and all that, but guess what? He, at the end of the day, he's probably, I wouldn't say compromising, but probably, like, how can I say this? Like, probably insecure about himself. You feel me? In regards to things he has going on, and putting that onto a woman, but like, okay, well, I can pay for this, I can do that, and thinking that is going to be a value in the relationship. It's not respect there. It's all for money. It's off the financial gain. That's a lot what's going on now. So I don't feel like it's easier for a man to find a good woman at all. Like nowadays, because I'm putting this in perspective of present day.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that. You ain't give me no good enough explanation on your point.
I'm just going off of like
I don't know.
People that I surround myself with. Like, I just feel like my friends have a harder time finding a good man, and I feel like men it's easier for a man to find a good woman.
That's not necessarily true. I don't understand how that's true.
I don't get like the concept of like money though. I feel like money is not like something that like drives like a relationship. Like,
but I'm saying nowadays, like, that's what's driving it, Monique. I believe that. I mean, we both have different opinions, but I believe that. I believe it's not a lot of true, real love out here. I don't feel like it's a lot of people actually trying to get to know each other. It's more so a fast pace trying to date, and also it's perceptions of what social media wants, or what social media, well, this couple's doing this, well, this couple's doing that. You know, so I don't feel like it's good foundations within relationships to begin with nowadays, for sure.
I guess.
I don't feel like it's easier for a man to find a good woman nowadays. I don't, and I don't. We do, and I don't feel like on the other side it's easier for a woman to find a good man. So I'm on both. I feel like it's so many double standards on both sides. And so that's why I believe it's false. I don't believe that's true at all.
Comment down below because I need to see like what.
Y'all let us know, true or false. It's easier. Is it easier for a man to find a good woman rather than a woman find a good man? You know, and I believe, like I said, on both sides, I don't feel like it's easy for either side. I feel like you have a lot of trials and tribulations, and you also have a lot of butting heads with opinions and views. Especially, that's why I said present day, put it in perspective nowadays. Like maybe before in our parents' times, in our different generations, maybe you can debate it or say true, but nah, I don't think that. But she has true on that. I have false. Y'all let us know what y'all think, okay? So we're moving forward. Ice Cube, man. Ice Cube Big 3, recognized as first professional black-owned sports league, man. I just want to give kudos and my much respect to the iconic Ice Cube. When you look back on what he has done as a musician, as an artist, as a producer, having his own as a director, Cube Vision, like everything he has done, like honestly, since the early 80s to now has been nothing but prolific, bro. Mo, and it's crazy because you always say, like, you know, because you recognize who Ice Cube is.
Yeah.
And you say certain movies, like you'll bring up just certain movies. But that is to his credit. Mm-hmm. This man has such a wide range of catalog. Before he was a producer, director, and before he was doing movies, I want people to know Ice Cube is a top 10 or 15 rapper of all time. And wrote for so many greats. And you know NWA. Yeah. And then guess what? He went from NWA to his solo career, in which he killed, and then to movies. Into movies, into which he had Boys in the Hood, Higher Learning. It's so we can go all day talking about his movies, and what he's producing, what he's directed, to Friday, to so many legendary moments and iconic moments. But I just feel like just in the news right now, Mo, we talking about a whole bunch of nonsense, and this is not being brought up. This is literally the first professional black-owned sports business. We always talk about ownership.
What's the sports business?
So it's a sports league. So the Big Three is a sports league, and it's also beneficial to like retired NBA athletes, or such as athletes who really can't get into the NBA or can't get a big break, but that may help them or catapult them into an NBA contract or something. So he's actually it's a pillar. He's a really pillar into this game. Like, I just feel like this needs to be talked about because we practice and preach, oh yeah, ownership this, ownership that, but you don't really see so many examples of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so I just wanted to give him his honestly give him his flowers while he's still here, because Ice Cube is gonna be one of those people for real, for when he's gone. Like, honestly, people are gonna be weeping because what he's meant to the culture, he don't really get recognized as much as he should.
That's true though. That's very true.
You see Ice Cube every single where. Like, even to his career and to everything that he's been through, it's a testimony to who he is. And then to say the least, he's been married to the same woman for 25 plus years. Oh. Like, a leading example in other ways as well. So, I know Mo don't know, much about the sports league, but I just wanted to show him his respect on my platform, So, question of the day, Mo. All right, if money was no object, what would be the one item you want?
A fully furnished 150-room house.
Okay, that's fair. I was going, honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I was going to say house, property, or land of any sort. House, property, or land.
And I'm gonna rent the house out.
Yep, I'm about to say, and then it's so many things that you can do with land, with acres, with house and property. We on the same page with that. Another thing I thought about too, I don't know if that applies, but I'm not gonna lie. If money was no object, one item I would want, I ain't gonna hold you. Amazon probably. I'm gonna be real. Amazon the company.
Oh.
Jeff Bezos.
I thought you meant
Amazon the company or part ownership. It's an item I want. I'm just saying that's not really an item, but something for real. Cause $1 billion industry right there, man.
That's true,
$1 billion industry.
Amazon every single day.
That's why I'm like, man, that's why it's important what we just talked about having ownership.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely say like any type of land, any type of real estate that you can invest in, because it's something that can be profitable. I would want something that can be profitable.
Make profit from the one item that you
right. It's money's no object, so I really didn't pay for this. Now I can make profit off of it. So I don't know. I definitely would say that. What's another item you think? Just one more. What will be another item?
I don't know. A train station.
A train station.
Yes, because think about it. People ride the train all the time.
It's profitable. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like a fancy one, not like the ones that we.
They say not the Metro Jones. Like, how random, guys. I don't even know. Like, I was not expecting that. Like, item, yeah, honestly, that's what I'm strictly just focused on. Like, how can I profit off of real estate, because
I can't think of nothing else.
And speaking of that, Jeezy, Jeezy, iconic, another legend rapper, he was just saying that instead of when he used to get his checks and when he just from rap or whatever he was profiting off of, he would always forget about jewelry, forget about buying items, clothing, all that stuff. For him, he always bought property. Even on his birthday, he bought a piece of property for himself. So I feel like that's what's really the most important, that you have some type of ownership and something you can call yours, so you can build that off, generations. And one thing I noticed, like even growing up too, like with my grandparents and things of that nature, or my aunts, like thinking about, like, oh yeah, well, dad, they lived here for so long, but not even recognizing the heritage, the importance and the history of those items. It is a foundation. You know what I'm saying? This is you. This is who you are. This is where you come from. And one of my aunts, to this day, she still has her property in D.C. I love to even talk about it and even see that, because it's just like, well, this is a pillar of the community. And also, those homes going for $1 million to $10 million. So now it has added value to it. So I would definitely say real estate as well too. All right. Would you rather? All right, the infamous would you rather. This is a good one right here. Infamous would you rather. Would you rather lose your sense of taste or your sense of hearing for a year? Only for a year. So would you rather lose your sense of taste or your sense of hearing for a year?
Sense of taste. Because I'm going to go crazy if I can't hear. Like, imagine, like, losing it. It's different when you're born like that. But, like, you just wake up and it's all gone. Like, that's so crazy. You just hear nothing. Everything's mute. Yeah,
this is tough, but I might go what you said for sure.
I can go a year without a sense of taste.
Sense of taste, it will be tough. It will be difficult because everything you eat is just like it has absolutely no taste. But essentially, like she said, losing your hearing will make you go crazy. Yeah. Like, you know, you see people talking, and honestly, in much respect to people that are hearing impaired, because that, you know, I would never know what that experience would be like, for real. That would be heartbreaking. Like you said, that would be heartbreaking. That would be heartbreaking to me. Just looking at somebody and you know you can't really communicate with them in that way. That's tough. That's tough, man. Shout out, like that's why I said shout out to them for sure, because that's something that I can't.
Facts.
I don't know about that one.
I could lose a couple taste buds for a year.
Taste buds, man, for real. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the worst feelings too. Like, say if you got sick or you had, you know, remnants of COVID recently, and you lose your taste, man. That's one of the worst feelings. I lost my taste before. I was like, nah, I had pneumonia a long time ago, and I lost my taste, bro. I was like, I thought it was up. I'm like, dog. What is going on?
Not you thought it was up.
You know I'm dramatic, so I was like, bruh, I don't even know what to do. Yeah. Sheesh, man.
Losing your taste is depressing, because imagine eating stuff and it's just like air.
Right, like, bruh, what? And that's why it's a tough question, because like food is what you. I mean, and not saying that you're still not gonna be energizing, but that both would depress you, but yeah. I would say more of hearing will maybe depress me more.
Adapt to the no taste.
Correct. You can adapt to the no taste, but you can adapt to not hearing.
You can't. How you gonna learn sign language?
You would have to learn. You would have to adapt, and also, you know, there's the saying, but it's very true. When you lose another sense, you gain one in another area. So you never know how that may be. That's true. But losing your sense of
I'm going with the hearing.
Yeah, man. I gotta be able to hear. For real. These ears is here. Don't start. Don't drone. You already know, guys. Episode 298. Another amazing episode of the Faison View podcast. Like I said, the road to 300, man. We are literally one episode away from it, for real. So, like, honestly, I'm just blessed that I even got to 300 episodes, man. I'm blessed for everybody who's graced their presence on a part of this journey I'm on. Who's all the supporters, all the subscribers, all the likes, the love, the comments, man. I much appreciate it, man. And honestly, it's just a blessing, for real. And I remain consistent, and I will remain consistent. You know what I'm saying? I will continue on to be, honestly, great. I just want to keep on elevating. So I just want to thank you guys for just continue to support me, man, for real, on my journey. All right? Much love, guys. You already know, Thursday, 5 p.m., the Faison View podcast. Make sure you tune in, and episode 300 is coming soon. You already know, man. 1.